Welcome, 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 welcome. Again, first instance. We always have to test. Now, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening with the this is not how it should be behaving. But solve that one. Let me see. Upcoming? Where are you upcoming? Hmm? That one. Let me see. Upcoming? Where are you upcoming? Oh, we are okay. We are okay. I think we are okay. We are on the right path. That's it. Now, uh, today Mbeumo has been signed. This is going to be a very. It's not going to be a very long stream. It might be or it might not because everything you are doing is just first hand. We haven't done anything beforehand, like trying to correct things, trying to get data. But the thing is, Mbeumo has been signed. But it is a transfer that we have been waiting for. We have been expecting for a very long time. It isn't something that is out of the blue. So there's nothing that we need to talk about it. It's just that that's the only big transfer that has happened uh, today. I don't see any other transfer that happened today, especially among the top six. We are still waiting on some transfers. For Chelsea, there is there have been rumors on Eze, there have been rumors on Garnacho, there have been rumors on Jarol Hato or Joral Hato. Those are the three rumors for Chelsea. For Arsenal, again, they have not been confirmed, but we expect them to be confirmed. Gyökeres and Madueke. Then with Man City has a lot of people. I don't know. They're buying 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 20-year-olds that are not important for us. Then Man United, uh, there have been rumors on Martinez. Probably they're going to replace who? Onana with Martinez. Any other rumor? I don't know. The team looks stacked. They are already on preseason. Next week they're going to play their first, I think, preseason friendly. That's when we'll rate them or we'll castigate them or we'll know whether they are going to perform the coming season or not. Anyway, for this video, I was just with the knowledge that I have right now, and I'm assuming that every transfer, every rumor, every possible rumor that we know will happen, I'm going to create the first 11 for the top four, top five. Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, to see which team has the best. Hey, what's happening? What's happening? No. What's happening? Yeah, this is how it should be. Hey, I wasn't controlling that YouTube thing. To some, I started thinking that my PC has been hacked already. Now we are starting with Arsenal. We know Gyökeres will be here now. For this is how they usually play. For the attacking midfield, it will be Odegaard. Uh, then here is Saka. The first 11 will not change as much as we think. Now here, I'm not sure. It might be Martinelli or it might be. Will they start already with Madueke? But because they have been talking bad about Martinelli, so probably they, they are not foolish to spend that amount of money just to keep this person at the bench. And then, yeah, you know, it's Norgard. They don't have any other. Where's Norgard? Where's Norgard? How do you write Norgard? Norgard. Hey, I know it has to have that. Yeah. Then at the back, as always, I don't think anybody, Saliba, Gabriel. Who plays? Who plays? Will they start with Dwight? But I know this side it will be. Who's that young kid? Miles Lewis Kelly. Now, will they start with Dwight or will they use Timber or anybody else? Now, they are not going to replace Raya. So this is going to be Arsenal's first 11. And if you ask me, it's a solid. Is it better than last year? At the striking position, probably. Uh, Amid, I'm not sure Nogard is better than Party. Unless they have Rice at this position, then they have Odegaard. Where my mouse is misbehaving. And then they have why are you misbehaving? I want to move you, I don't want to change you. And then they have Havertz. Yeah. Yeah. Probably this will be their most common lineup because I'm not sure they're going to bench Havertz. They spent 65. And Madueke on the other side. Now, is this a Premier League winning side? If we are being honest, is this a Premier League winning side? I'm not sure. But we can go ahead and check whether. Let's go to Man United. Let's go and check Man United. Man United usually plays with 3 at the back. Something like this one. Then, or we can start with just selecting Man United. Yeah, something like this one. Now, Hojland, will he be playing? Probably. Now, you expect Kuna to play this side. And then you expect Mbeumo to play on this other side. Then you expect somebody like Dogo on this other side. Then because Fernandez can never be sub, so he'll be the one playing that one. And then Casemiro, have they bought another center mid? I don't think so. So they might start with Mazrui at this side or Ahmad, but I don't think they'll start with Ahmad. Probably they'll be subbing Ahmad later on. Then in defense, of course, I'm not sure how they usually line up, but you'll have Delight, you'll have Maguire, you'll have that tall person. What's his name? Lenior. We might have Martinez, but I don't think this coach fancies him so much because of the height. He usually likes to use a lot of tall people at the back. So This will probably be their first 11. Now, the coach may change a lot of things. I will see a scenario where Martinez is playing just with Fernandez, or the other center mid. What's his name? The one they bought last season. Probably I'll find him. Ugarte. Yeah, this might be there. If he's not playing with Casemiro, is playing with Ugarte. Now, will this even be among? No, Bandir, no. I know people hate Onana, but if they'll not buy Martinez, Onana will still be the first keeper. Now, will this squad challenge for anything? Is it going to be among the top 4 teams? On my personal opinion, they need a very very solid center mid. They also need, because I know Euro and Delete are usually injury prone players, so they might just need to replace one of them or both of them, or have somebody so that they manage their minutes. I don't think Arsenal or Man United, as at present, I don't think Arsenal will be title contenders. I don't think Man United will be even among the top 4 if they come the way they are now. We move forward to Liverpool. Now, Liverpool as a good team, and they usually come with 4-3-3. They they are going to probably buy, who's it, Ekitike. Now they have Salah. Salah will play, and Gakpo, they don't use him as much. Probably will have Nunes, they'll have Luis Diaz because they haven't changed Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and then they might have Wits, Van Dijk, Konate, Robertson, Bradley. This is the entire lineup. Did they bought any? Shit. Did they buy anybody to replace? Because I think they bought. Who bought? Yeah, they bought Kekes. They bought Kekes to replace Robertson. So Kekes will probably be here. So this will probably be their lineup. Did Liverpool buy any striker? Have they bought anybody that I don't know? I haven't been checking on Liverpool, but I know they have been spending huge money, or they're planning to spend huge money. They'll probably buy either Isak or Ekitike. Oh, and the other saying Liverpool agree Ekitike terms. Is it 2 hours ago, the Independent? So they're going to buy Ekitike. Let me read on it. Liverpool are in advanced talks with Frankfurt over Ekitike. The former PSG player has a release clause, and it is expected that Ekitike will want to make the switch to and that personal terms could be agreed with the tenant. That after asking about, but Newcastle have long taken the view their top scorer is not for sale. So let's assume because if they have agreed a fee, if they have agreed the fee, let's assume that it will work out. So they'll have Ekitike here. I don't think they'll get Isaac. They might, but I'm not sure. But if they do, then it will be Isaac. Now, if they buy Isaac, that's game over. Now, it will be so hard to take it from them. But is this squad going to win the Premier League? I think the squad, especially if they get Isaac. If they get Isaac, then it's a bit of a sure bet. If they don't get Isaac, we can at least say if Salah doesn't perform, then they'll still struggle to score, especially teams that park the bus. But if they have Isaac, now there are so many ways that the team can score because Luis Diaz knows how to score differently from Salah, and Isaac will score anywhere. He can shoot, he can head the ball, he can do a lot of magic, he can dribble past people. If they get Isaac, it is going to be so difficult to stop the team. If they don't, Ekitike, it will still this is still a Premier League winning squad unless they mess up. But that is it. Now we go to Man City. Now Man City has too many players, and some of them, I think. Now how do these people play? I don't think they usually have. They usually play like something like this one. Yeah, I know Man City. I know a ball. Then you'll have here. They have Savino. Yes, Savino. How do we rate Savino? Oh, it has a H. Then here you have Haaland. Land. Then here Dogu or somebody else. Then Mamusha I know will play. Gonzalez, I don't know. I don't think Silva will get a lot of time, but he might get some time. But Man City usually changes their players so like frequently. Like sometimes you don't know who will play anywhere. But as at the present, Silva will still be a key member. Then here you'll have Rodri. I don't see Kovacic getting a lot of time, but he might be subbed, and Man City usually changes a lot of players. Then here is Rodri. Then at the Akanji, Diaz, I don't know if he fancies Diaz a lot. Then here you'll have Ant Nouri. And uh, Vardiol has to play because that guy fancies Vardiol so much, and then he fancies Akanji also. And I don't know who will play right back for Man City. I don't know. It might be Nunes, though Nunes is a winger. It might be who's the other guy? Who's the other kid? Rico Lewis. You know what? I might just put Rico Lewis here because it's the most. Then you have people like Tijan. Yeah, you know, Man City has bought a lot of people that sometimes you don't even know if they're playing. Like, I don't know who will be playing for Man City. Honestly, I don't know who will be playing for Man City, honestly. But this looks that like their most probable lineup. Now, will this lineup win the Premier League? I'm not sure. I haven't seen a lot of them. The new kid, I know Mamouche is so good, but then sometimes how Man City plays, if they play as a team, they win. Sometimes their tactics just doesn't work, and if their tactics doesn't work, then you don't expect this team to win. So, but I'll say, if Haaland is not performing, then who is scoring? Mamouche. Mamouche is not dependable. Savinho cannot score like Salah, cannot score like Saka, cannot score like a lot of top wingers. Doku the same. These other guys, I don't know how they'll play. So if you ask me, I'll say Man City is not going to. It might fight for the Premier League. It might lead the Premier League at some point for a longer period of time. But after 38 games, I don't think Man City will still be at the top of the Premier League. So the verdict is still there. And my suggestion is still that Liverpool, as the better team of these four teams, as the better first 11 of these four teams. Now we go to the top team, the team at the team at the top of the world beaters, the biggest team in the world. I'm not sure how Maresca will play, but for most of the games, I think this will be the lineup. Unless they're facing a big team, then Palmer will be playing at the right wing. But for most of the games, I think we'll have just whatever we are having right now. Then somebody will play the Gatens. I don't think we'll have Estevao at the bench. I'm not sure we'll just come and start us first 11. Then we'll have Fernandez, Caicedo, James, Tosin, Colwell, Cucurella, Sanchez. Oh, like it's an expected first 11. Like there's no any big changes with this team. Now, is this team able to win the Premier League? If it has won the Club World Cup, if it has beaten a lot, if it has made a clean sheet with PSG. Ranji, thank you, my guy. Thank you, my guy. If it has made a clean sheet with PSG, then you expect that even if you are not biased, of course I'm a little bit biased with Chelsea, but even if you are not biased, then it should be a title contender. Like there are two teams that you expect them to be title contenders. It's probably Chelsea and Liverpool. Now with Man City, there's you have to wait to see them in. But I thought there was one person. There was big up maps. Yeah, thank you, my J. Thank you, my J. Now with Man City, you'll have to wait and see how they play first before you can really have. And it's not just one single game, because even we saw in Club World Cup, at some point they'll win, like they'll beat a team 3-0 or 4-0, and then in the next game they'll not be like doing the way you expected them to do. So eventually you have to wait and see how they perform in the first like 5 games, 6 games before you can make your verdict on whether they'll be title contenders or not. Now with Arsenal, they're still not bad, but then I think this is the same team that has been playing for the longest time. Now, for them to be title contenders, you hope that somebody like Gyökeres will like really, really be like performing, like you'll be scoring every now and then, every now and then. Now with Man United, I don't think they'll be. You're a Wolves fan. I'm a Chelsea fan. How's Wolves? Uh, now that you don't have Nori and you don't have Kuna, I think you have lost some of your best players. I don't know how you'll perform next season. Where do you think your team will finish in Premier League next season? Wolves. Sometimes things just happen. I have a lot of things that I'm trying to control here. Yeah, I saw him in Club World Cup. Is a. Oh, I'm using a different keyboard. I saw him in Club World Cup. He's a good player. He's a good player. Somehow next season. Uh, right now, right now I feel we are ready. Like last season at the start of the Premier League, we were so good. At some point, we just needed to beat Everton to go to draw points with Liverpool. I think at some point, and then Maresca and everybody started that gimmick of we are not title contenders, and I don't know what happened at that point where we started just losing a lot of points. But I think right now, especially after winning the Conference League and then after winning the Club World Cup, and then just the way they played, you could see games such as the Benfica game where they drew and then in extra time we really pushed. Now you expect that the players have grown. It's not just talent or anything. I think the mentality has grown, and even if you're not going to win the Premier League next season, I think we'll compete. Like we'll really, really be among the title contenders. I don't think there's a huge difference between our squad right now and those squads like Liverpool, Man City. I think we have we can be title contenders. We have the players we have signed, and now we have a striker that we can depend on. Jackson was losing a lot of clear opportunities to score. Now Pedro has shown that he can be scoring, and even if Pedro does not score, we have Delap. We have a lot of people that can score, and then our defense, but we must still need either. As much as Sanchez is good, we might still need a proven goalkeeper and probably another defender for us to say that we are really ready. But I think the team can still compete. Don't think you are far off. You are far off from the top. Now the other teams that are, I think, have been like performing. Uh, hmm. There are teams that have been like we have Forest, we have Newcastle. Those are two teams that might still compete for top four. Newcastle got their winger. They signed, who's the other guy? Elanga. They signed Elanga from Forest. Now you expect that they'll still try to be among the top four. So with these top teams, if there's anybody who's going to replace them in top four, then it will be either. But then you always have dark horses. Even with Forest last season, I don't think anybody like thought they'll be among the top four or among the top six teams, but they just started performing every now. So you might expect like their teams. Tottenham has signed. Yeah, Forest is good and has shown. And I think last season even their owner was a little bit. I think their owner really wants the team to really compete because he was so angry when they lost certain games. So how they are doing their business in this, but they have lost Elanga. I don't know who will replace him. I'm not sure because sometimes you might want to replace certain players, but you can't replace them because the people that are on the market are not like the people that you want. Let me check Forest transfers. I haven't been looking at them. Oh, they have bought another defender from Brazil. And but they're buying they're buying very young people. They're paying very. And Spurs still want Morgan Gibbs. So if they lose Morgan Gibbs White and then they lose Elanga and then they lose, is there any person who they're not sure? But now, if Newcastle does not lose Isak, and now they have Elanga, and now their team is also so good. I'm not sure they must still compete, and they have their owner. Oh, they'll be playing a friendly tomorrow with Celtic. I'll see that Celtic versus Newcastle game to again uh give my verdict on whether they'll compete. Spurs has had they took that what's his name from West Ham. Am I forgetting? Kudus. They sent Kudus, Adon Jashari. Yeah. Spurs might be a very good team. But again, for teams that have a new coach, sometimes you just don't know how they'll perform because they have to like gel. They have to gel with the squad. Like the coach has to gel with the squad before you can give the verdict. Because sometimes a coach usually performs, and then they get a new team and then new players, and then you have to give them time before they just all of them like they gel and then they start giving performances. So I don't know the verdict with Spurs. I don't know how they'll perform. Let me. I don't know how Thomas Frank will perform. How did he perform last season? Let me check how. Was he? It didn't even occur to me that Brentford will also have a new coach. Like, I've been concentrating on these top teams. I haven't even looked at. So, but Frank has been good with Brentford. So, but should we expect him to go to top four? Should we expect him to like really compete? Because I've seen like some of the which coach just came from a mid-table team and competed, because with Chelsea when we signed people like, we expected them, because they were performing at Brighton. He was performing at Brighton. We expected them to like for us to play the same way that Brighton was playing, just better, because we had quality players. But when he came, I don't know if it is the mentality or anything, but it just doesn't work the way you expect. So as much as, but Brentford finished on top of better than Spurs, and now he has better players, and I don't know why he didn't sign some of the players from Brentford, because now people like Mbeumo, you expected them to be signing. A lot of coaches usually Eddie Howe with Newcastle. Yeah, he has tried, but then yeah, he has tried with Newcastle so much. Is is now competing for top four. Not competing for top four. But don't you think probably is the reason why he couldn't just finish like last season? Last season when those four teams like us, Chelsea, Man City, Newcastle, Tottenham, not Tottenham, Forest, and which is the other team? We are four competing for. Don't you think that there's a mentality that if you're on top, like if, because Pep was always on top, he just knew that at the end of the season, for those 3 or 4 games remaining, he has to be on top. But then people like Eddie Hoy and who's the Forest manager? What's his name? Nuno. Because they were not expected to be, like they hadn't been used to that thing of fighting for top four. That's the reason why they did not like win their last like 4 games, because I even saw the game against the one we had against, was it Newcastle at the end of the season? I think we drew with Newcastle, if I'm not wrong. But we were not in not Newcastle, Forest. Let me just confirm. We beat them. That game, you expected if, yeah, no, it was Wolves manager. You expected that if he was a coach who really wanted to be on top, like really wanted to be among the top four, you'll play the game differently the way he came. Like, it was so open and we were all competing for the same position. If we had dream, just before Leicester. We beat them. We beat Forest on 25th May. Yeah, again they drew with Leicester. Yeah. So those games, those are the games, those are the differential. Like you, if you get a top manager, he will just know how to play certain games. Like certain games that he knows probably will lose this game, he will try and play them differently, just to draw or just to. Sometimes it's not just because you can see from how they play. Sometimes they just open, and this is a game. If you are competing with the same position, the best score will be to draw, will not be either to lose or just to open for your competitor. That's why I think that sometimes if a coach has been at the mid table for so long, he might not really have that mentality to just play differently in certain games to win certain games. And that's why I think even Spurs with Frank, as much as Frank won any competition. Mhm. Uh, yeah, he hasn't won anything. He hasn't won anything. He hasn't won any competition. So will it be the first time in Spurs? And we all know that Spurs. Yeah, that yeah, you can say that. But winning again is different from. He hasn't won anything. Promoted with Brentford. Yeah. But then this is how sometimes I usually feel that other coaches just know how to work with a small budget. Other coaches don't know how to work with a small budget. Other coaches know how to work with star players. Other coaches don't know how to work with, like, it's about personality, how you push people, how you motivate people. That's why to some extent I even feel that as much as Pep is a elite coach, if you give him a small squad, if you give him a small team, like, I don't know if he'll be able to give you results that certain coaches usually give results. That's why I think even with Frank Lampard, how he was managing the young, because when he signed with Chelsea, as a coach, the first season we had a transfer ban and he was just managing people from the academy. A lot of people who made the team were from academy. The way he played in the first season and the way he played after we started signing people is differently. Then you just not like, to some extent, the way he works, he'll work better with either kids, either people who are from academy, either people who haven't achieved a lot. When you start bringing stars, they always have a lot of issues, or will not know how to manage them or how to make them just stick to the plan. And you can see it in a lot of different coaches. That's why I think sometimes coaches who have not won, sometimes just some coaches are usually so good at winning certain things, and some coaches are not so good. They might manage a team well, they might be able to develop players, they might be able to work within small budget, they might be able to do certain other things so good, but then when it comes to winning, or when it comes to certain other things, they don't perform so well. So again, I'm not making my verdict on. We'll have to wait and see how he works with a better budget or a massive budget. Of course, Spurs are not spending that huge again. As much as they have bought Kudus, they have bought the other players, I'm so sure they're still going to buy some other people, but I'm not sure if they have the same budget with the top four teams. Other teams are spending so massively. Like this season Liverpool has been spending so much. Man City has been spending so much. Man United as always, and a lot of teams. Like Premier League generally, nearly all the teams have been spending massively. Like if you compare Premier League with other leagues, you'll note that Premier League has been spending so much. Yeah, that's all. That's all for today. We're just saying the teams that might win the Premier League, and in our verdict we concluded that either Liverpool still has a better hand, or will most likely be at the top at the end of the season. But then we have to wait for Man City. We have to wait for Chelsea. Arsenal still are yet to convince us. Anyway, if you have been here, Ranji, thank you for contributing, and any other person, if you have liked, you might subscribe. Next time you might share. We'll be here always at around this hour every day, the rest of transfer and even in Premier League. Anyway, good day wherever you are.